The mind is the individual, subjective experiencing of something that is always changing moment to moment. The concept of mind is elusive, and different languages conceptualize it differently. The Buddhist terms for mind in Sanskrit is chitta, and has a wide range of meanings. It includes sense perceptions, verbal and abstract thought, emotions, feelings of happiness and unhappiness, attention, concentration, intelligence, and more. When Buddhism speaks about mind, it refers to every type of mental activity. The focus is not in the physical basis of the brain, nervous system, hormones, and so on, nor the chemical or electrical activity involved. Buddhism doesn't negate any of these because, of course, they do exist and are intricately involved. Mind doesn't refer to some immaterial thing that occupies the brain and produces its activities either. Furthermore, Buddhism doesn't assert a collective, unconscious, or universal mind. Mind is uniquely you and your reactions to the most common shared experiences of life. It can be said that mind is mental perceptions or activity. So what is mental activity? If mind and mental activity is the individual, subjective experiencing of something, what exactly does it mean to be angry, for instance? Is it the arising of anger and feeling it, which occurs simultaneously? Together they describe one event in an ongoing stream of experiencing something. But whose experience? If I'm angry, it's my experience, not yours. But there's no separate me pressing an anger button on a machine called mind. We are simply part of the event of experiencing it. It's similar to when we see something like an apple. From a scientific understanding, light rays enter our eyes through our corneas, meeting the photoreceptor cells of the retinas. This triggers electrical impulses that convey optical information to the brain where it's processed. The subjective experience of this is the arising of the mental hologram of an apple, and this is what it means to see it. The mind, however, is not an empty space somewhere in the brain in which this hologram of an apple arises as suggested by the expression having something in mind. Mental holograms can also be representations of sounds, smells, taste, and physical sensations, even in our imagination and dreams. The image of the arising of a mental hologram can also describe the arising of emotions and levels of happiness or unhappiness based on the secretion of hormones by various other parts of the brain. In any moment, the content of our mental hologram is a complex of many factors. An object such as a sight or thought with a blend of emotions plus some level of happiness or unhappiness. So there's neuroscience and Buddhism. International teams of scientists have accomplished Buddhist teachers have been exploring the interface between the mind and the brain. Neuroscientists have monitored the brain activity of both novice and experienced meditators, revealing that sustained meditation affects the neuroplasticity of the brain, forging new neural pathways that make it easier to generate concentration and positive emotions like compassion. Thus far, the findings of Western science and Buddhism have supplemented and enriched each other, and in joint ventures between Buddhist practitioners and eminent scientists are the hallmarks of what the Dalai Lama calls for in 21st century Buddhism. The mental activity of experiencing life is what Buddhism means by mind. This activity changes every moment and is always accompanied by various mental factors. Buddhism teaches us that we're not victims of whatever life throws at us, but rather we play an integral role in how and what we experience in life through training our minds. With this training, we can radically transform our experiences for the better. And with sustained effort, this positive change will become effortless. I'd like to thank you for your presence today. And if you enjoy these talks, Please subscribe, like, and feel free to comment and suggest future topics. As always, peace and love, Jim.